For the record, this is from Exhibit 26, and it's clip 1.
Our auntie is my children's mother.
Right.
She abused him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and we have a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
And this is clip 2.
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I found out this was, I actually went to it. You know what I mean? But I tried to keep my distance away from it because I don't want you to be.
The history.
You know what I'm saying? So I have this best as
I can't hear anything you say.
And he is very quiet. I don't know if it's my volume that has to go up.
Let me try turning it down on the TV. I can't hear one word.
By now. This is starting for clip 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I found out this was, I actually went to it. You know what I mean? But I tried to keep my distance away from it because I don't want you to be.
The history.
You know what I'm saying? So I helped as best as I could. You know what I mean? I helped put the fires. You know, I don't know the friends.
Right.
You know, so I helped the fires.
You said fires?
Flyers.
Oh, flyers.
Flyers.
In the area. You know what I'm saying? So I said a bunch of accusations towards me.
Now, in that clip, Mr. Buck was talking about him keeping his distance given his history,
Yes,
and that he tried to help as best as he could with flyers.
that he was trying to help with flyers regarding Miss Ivy being missing, yes.
Now I'm going to play clip 3.
What are the accusations?
They said I knew her, I knew where she was at. I was supposed to be in the area of some shit. This is what the detectives were telling me. I was supposed to be in the area at the time. I'm like, bro, I work in the fucking area.
Right.
That's what I'm saying to you. So
Did they say why they picked you, or why they came to you, or were you just
they,
one of the 10 people?
I understand that they said they saw a text message. Talking about am I gonna meet them, and I explained to the detective what that meant. You understand? Anytime
You saw a text message from what?
they said that she texted me, the right, what's it called?
Yeah.
Am I gonna meet her at the place? And when the detective asked me, well, what's the place? I said, well, from time to time, I have them clean up, I have them do odd jobs. And I owe them money, so a lot of times they don't get the money that day. I probably come the next day and I always go to the grandmother's house. I'm supposed to remember, I'm supposed to meet them at the grandmother's house. I'm supposed to go to the grandmother's house back out for work
Okay.
to give them the money.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
Oh, I saw that.
So there was like a normal text that she would have been texting me?
yeah, like,
You guys text
like, I owe money. And when you can bring me my money,
Yeah.
do you have any work for us? You know what I'm saying? And that was when, like I said, that was when they get the odd jobs when I paid them. Sometimes, man, when I was working at Frank's, like I said, I'm there late, so I'll have them come in and clean the office space.
Right.
We have a bathroom, clean the bathroom, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Organize this for me, and I would pay them. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That makes sense.
So it would be jobs like that, nothing more.
Now, in that clip, he talks mostly about that there was some text messages, he would have the girls come and clean, be at the shop, you know, and he would have work.
Yeah, he was talking about, he would pick up the kids, he would give them a little bit of money, and they would come clean up and tidy up the shop.
And that he believes that it's normal for her to text him for work.
Yes.
Now, flip forward.
They just said it was not supposed to be.
Do you remember that, and just, then you tried to tell them like it was for the money, and they just weren't listening, or?
I remember that one text because we were busy that day.
Okay.
And I never, I've seen it, and but like I said, I don't think nothing of it.
Okay.
Now, he's referring to seeing a text message, but being busy.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what was that about?
When I believe that when she was texting him, he's referring back to when he was interviewed with Detective Mays and Johnson about the messages that she had texted him. And that he had assumed that he was gonna be picking them up by the grandma's house, and he had replied because he was busy working. And then he finally replied with, okay.
Now, you also interviewed Mr. Butts the next day. You came back the next day.
Yes,
What's the reason you came back the next day?
we had some more questions.
Okay. And was he once again, I guess, was he still constrained by that advice of rights?
We had him sign another one. He read another one that day and he signed it that day as well. I'm pretty sure, or we showed him this and he agreed to it. That's what it was. This was the paper. We showed him, he agreed to it, he understood it, and he continued to talk.
Okay, so you were using that same form?
Yes,
Okay. And once again. Sorry. Okay, and once again, he acknowledged his rights,
yes,
and he did continue to speak with you.
yes,
Okay, he didn't mention anything about not wanting to speak with you?
correct.
And did he give you any reason in your experience to think that him speaking with you wasn't voluntary?
No,
And now I passed for what years for voluntariness for June 6th, June 1st? Maybe?
Sergeant, do you recall on June 1st, you were with your partner Sullivan? You didn't have him sign for.
well, we had presented this back to him. We had this form, advised him that this was still, if he understood his rights, and he agreed.
So your words, I believe, were, you remember the form you signed yesterday. You still understand that?
And did I say that, or did
No.
Sergeant Sullivan say that?
Sullivan said.
Okay, you want me to say what Sergeant Sullivan
No,
said?
I just want, you went with your partner and you understand that nobody had him sign anything.
That he was re-advised of the rights from the form that he had signed the first day, and he was shown the form, and he agreed to continue to talk.
Are you sure he was re-advised or told you remember signing the form yesterday?
You would have to play to hear the exact, I can't tell you the exact words that Sergeant Sullivan said. I don't recall his exact words.
So, Your Honor, I'm going to object to this. As I recall hearing this tape, there was no reading of rights for the second date. The only thing that happened on the second date was he was advised, you recall signing the form yesterday, yeah, that still applies. That's not.
Do you want to play it so that I can hear it?
Sure. Do you want to play June 1st again?
See if you understand.
I have a right to remain silent and that I do not have to answer any questions put to me or make any statements. Any statement I make or any
Ms. Miller, it might be best to play that to show that he, or I want to see that as well, to show on the 31st what he understood it to be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you want to know what it is you're talking about. We gotta go over your rights that you've done before. I'm not understanding if you're familiar with them, right? As we move along, this is not like, we gotta talk in 2 minutes and get out of here, right? If I'd like to talk to you, right? We'd like to get to know you a little bit if we could. If there's things that we're doing wrong and you don't wanna talk about, just simply say like, let's skip that, we can talk about this. Is that fair? Honestly, there's no, we're not gonna flip the script. Yeah, no, we're not gonna flip the script or yellow screen or nothing. There's just a lot of things going on. And we're involved in some of it. We're just trying to get like our mind wrapped around some of it. Is that fair? Okay, you're familiar with your rights, right? You do me a favor, I'm sure you've done it before. Can you read this to me? You can read, right? Okay. How far did you go to school?
from college.
Okay, where at? Where at? Oh, okay, nice. All right. If you could, what we're gonna do is have you read those and then initial them and see if you understand.
I have a right to remain silent and that I do not have to answer any questions put to me or make any statements. Any statement I make or anything I say will be used against me in a court of law. And I have a right to an attorney present before and during the time I answer any questions or make any statements. If I cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for me without cause by the court prior to any questioning. I can decide at any time to exercise my rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. I understand that these are my rights under law. I have not been written or promised anything, and I have now desired to answer any questions put to me or make a statement.
Did you understand those? Any questions about those? Okay, could you do me a favor and just like initial next to each line? And then what I'll do is I'll sign it. Have my partner sign it. So I'm ready for you to take time and I'll explain exactly what I'm doing.
That's not what
Yes, sir. And then sign it, on your signature and then date and time. And, yep, sign there. Yeah, we'll sign over there. You sign right there. All right, today's May 31st already. And I got 1:26 p.m. What am I ready to do on there now? I'll explain this.
What's your birthday again, Jarvis? 2182.
Yes.
For the record, that was from People's Exhibit 27, and it was paused at 4 minutes and 9 seconds. And this is playing from exhibit 29 at 1 minute, 20 seconds. Oh, didn't share, I'm sorry. Playing at 1 minute and 22 seconds.
All right. Okay, Steve.
Good morning.
So here's my thinking. We had talked after we left, right? And my thinking was, I'm literally leaving tomorrow morning on a 7 a.m. flight to Boston for 2 weeks of training. And I'm thinking, like, how would that look? Like, I talked to you, I thought we had a good talk. We had certainly, some stuff that we went back and looked at, And I'm thinking, like, if I come back 3 weeks from now, they're probably like, I don't remember that conversation. I just thought if we could, we'd like to talk to you this morning or today, and then know I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, right? So if you wanna talk to me after, if you want, and there's gonna be a gap. Does that make sense? Okay, because I just thought like, yeah, just same thing, turn the table, right? You guys come talk to me, and 2 weeks, for come back to the third week, like, what gives, right? So I'd like to ask if we could kind of continue our talk. Can we talk some more? Okay, all right. So again, same rules apply. Nothing's changed. We don't want to talk about something. We don't talk about something. There's no screaming on. So we went over your rights yesterday. I'll probably just have you sign this little form, right? Just so you're protected, we're protected. Or if you want to just continue with this one. Okay, you're still familiar with your rights, correct? Right? Okay, nothing's changed, right? All right, so,
And I paused exhibit 29 at 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Judge, I would just say that it's Mr. Butts who agrees to continue with just that form. And I would also argue that another form is not actually needed. He did have that form in front of him. And in fact, because there was not even an invocation of a right, or there was nothing that would be, ambiguous or unequivocal, that there doesn't need to be another form signed. And Mr. Butts is clearly aware of his rights, as he stated. And he is the one who agreed to be okay with not signing another form and not going through with that.
And Your Honor, I would argue that just because he may know his right does not dispose the government of their duty to make sure that he is read, understands his right each and every time they interview him. So the fact that they may think he knows his right does not mean that they aren't supposed to read his right, make sure he understands and make sure that they're accurate before he waives. That's not a knowing, intelligent, voluntary waiver.
And Judge, I would just say that Mr. Butts was not even under arrest for this case. There was no rights even needed.
Yeah, they testified,
He was in County Green for something else.
He was in County Green for somewhere else, but he was not in his cell. He was not on his floor. They took him to another place where he was not free to go.
He wasn't free to go because of another reason, Judge, not because of anything to do with this case.
So I also learned, I heard him saying there that he went to Wayne State College. So that
That's correct, Judge.
question of whether or not you understand is out the window for me. The male detective did offer, he said that he might as well do a different form, a new form for today. And the defendant, Mr. Butts, stated it wasn't necessary, not those exact words. He said it's the same rules. If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. And are you familiar with your rights? And asked him that, and he said yes. And so if there was anything that was not voluntary about that interaction. So I'm going to find, I'm going to deny your objection and find to be voluntary.
Thank you, Judge. And Sergeant Jones, that June 1st interview was audio recorded,
Yes,
and it was also video recorded,
yes,
just like the day before.
correct.
And that video, we've just seen a clip here. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of the video statements that you took back on June 1st?
Yes,
Over the people who did it 29.
Any objection outside of one already?
Outside of my standing objection.
Yes, it'll be admitted.
And it was also audio recorded.
Yes,
and you had a chance to review that audio,
yes,
and that was a fair and accurate depiction of the audio recording, of the interview back on June 1st.
yes, ma'am.
And I would move for the, admission of exhibit 30.
With the same standing objection, I will admit it.
Thank you, Judge. And now I also have clips for this. Do you mind if I sit while I
No, I don't mind.
think? Publishing, clip 1. Sorry, yes, from, exhibit 29.
Straightforward, have you, can I ask you if, I'm not telling you, I'm asking, like, did you see her? Okay, so.
And you were, Mr. Butts asked, if he saw her.
Correct.
Who was he referring to?
Naziah,
Okay, when were we talking about? Did I see her when?
on the 9th of January, 2024.
And I'm playing clip 2.
And yeah, I think I.
She, what is,
What's your
Yeah,
objection?
all we heard was, did you see her? I don't think there's enough context for her to make that statement. This is what they're talking about. If she can, if that's the question that was asked, I just actually go back a little bit further and play the exact question and answer.
I'm sure, Mr. You have a full interview.
I do, Judge, but it's 3 hours long.
I don't need to hear the full interview, but if she's going to answer from the simple question, did you see her? The answer is no, that all this other information applies. I'd at least like to hear that. That's all I'm saying.
Judge, I would say that this entire interview is limited. If the court wants to review that, I mean, I can go back a little further. It just might take a second. Playing from just couple seconds back at 35:58.
She like that, live right there.
did she ask you, that told you?
That's basically that.
Can I, if I ask you, I mean, everything you've been saying is straightforward, have you, can I ask you if, I'm not telling you, I'm asking, like, did you see her? Okay.
So, and that's what I told them.
Judge, I would just say for context, the officer can talk about who they are talking about
Ask
in
the
general.
question. Just ask the question.
Who are you guys talking, who are you and Mr. Butts and Sergeant Sullivan talking about in this interview?
Naziah Harris,
Okay, and if there's someone else that you're talking about, do you mention them by name?
yes,
Thank you.
Okay, overruled.
And then we'll continue with 2.
She, when did she go missing, January 9th? So if you know, like, how long, when was the last time you saw her before that? Like when did she, you know,
Over there, I want to say like 2 days before.
2 days before? Okay.
Yeah. 2 days before, I said, like,
You were all at the house, because you're.
I put up all the time.
Yeah.
And playing clip 3.
He said something like he was on tether. Okay, so the Mission Department of Corrections they sent us his stuff and they said, hey, this is where it was, right? He had to be in by 9 o'clock or something. Yeah, but he had talked about a day, I don't remember which day it was, but he had talked about going out to Ypsilanti to drop a car off that was repaired. And he had mentioned you were there, and he mentioned Zion was there. But I didn't know, that's why I'm asking, I'm not telling you, I'm just mentioning what he's saying, I'm not saying that, right? But,
Playing clip 4.
okay. You drew it? Okay, was anybody with you? I don't know, like you said, was there a little girl with you at all, or a younger lady with you at all? You were by yourself? Did he drive out there also? What did you do? Oh, okay, no, I'm just wondering if it was like his car or something. Oh, okay.
And clip 5.
Alright, so like that night, like after you dropped off and did all that stuff, did you hotel or did you stay at home that night? No hotel. No hotel? Okay. Alright.
And clip 6.
How she would text you?
Off a phone.
But they said she didn't have a phone.
It was a phone.
So she texted you from a phone number
Yeah.
or from an app or
I
from,
don't know if it was an app or it was anything, but
she would text directly to your number.
it was a phone number.
Could it come in as a phone? Like he said, I believe it, like the technology is not aware, but it was coming in as a phone number. Alright, okay. That makes sense.
I would get a call from the number.
Okay, same number?
Yeah, so I don't
Okay.
know.
Did you have it locked in as her or? Okay.
So maybe
And playing clip 7.
Like that's your phone and that's her number she's texting you from, right?
she's texting this
This is
number.
my number.
This is
I'm gonna pause at 7 seconds. What is it that you are showing Mr. Butts at this time?
we printed out a copy of the text now messages.
And would those be the ones, from people 16, to the 231 number?
Yeah,
Continuing from 7 seconds.
it's going up here.
Alright.
And then if it's sent, that means that she sent it. And if it's received, that means that he replied something
But I thought.
to that account. So this is from a text now app, is what they told me.
Okay, so like I said, I don't know what that is, but I know it was a phone number.
Yeah, that's fair, okay.
It's a phone.
Yeah, so
It converts to a phone number.
Okay, so
And in clip 8.
yeah, that's what I explained to them.
Okay.
But this is the only thing.
this is a weird one here, like for her, like send okay if you
Yeah,
see
so-
this message so I can delete your number.
Yeah, I told them I didn't understand what that meant.
Like she's deleting the messages.
Like I didn't understand what that meant. Like why the fuck did you say that? And you said I responded. I said okay. Like okay, I don't meet you. I'll be over to the house when I get done. You know what I mean? So I'll be over there to give you that money. So that was, you know, I would never. I would pay them maybe that day or so,
Okay.
or I'll pay them
The next day.
the next day or so. You know what I mean? So
How much would you typically?
And clip 9.
Didn't know she was.
But so you say you saw her like 2 days before she went missing. Did she look fat to you? She didn't look bigger, like she might have been showing, was she wearing baggier clothes? You didn't notice anything different, like face getting rounder?
I didn't have that. I said I wasn't.
No, you just saw her. I mean, when you see somebody every day, you don't recognize the change. When you see somebody and then you don't see them for a month, you're gonna notice. She looks the same to you. You never heard about her being pregnant or anything like that?
Like I told the last detectives, she said something. But I was like, what? She's like, I don't know what she was saying. It was like she wanted to get pregnant. It wasn't when she was pregnant, or she was And I was like, girl, I'll beat your ass like that. You know what I mean? They said, like, I was just playing.
See, that's the opposite, that's.
And clip 10.
So,
Go back and play that one more time, the last one.
Yes. Replaying clip 9.
Didn't know she was.
But, so you say you saw her like 2 days before she went missing. Did she look fat to you? She didn't look bigger, like she might have been showing, was she wearing baggier clothes? You didn't notice anything different, like face getting rounder?
I didn't have to ask you, I said, I wasn't.
No, when you just saw her, I mean, when you see somebody every day, you don't recognize the change. When you see somebody and then you don't see them for a month, you're gonna notice. She looks the same to you. You never heard about her being pregnant or anything like that?
Like I told the last detectives, she said something. But I was like, what? She said, I don't know what she was saying. It was like she wanted to get pregnant. It wasn't when she was pregnant or shit like that. I was like, girl, I'll beat your ass like that. You know what I mean? They said, like, I was just playing.
See, that's the opposite, that's.
Sitting to clip 10.
So, this, even though it's deleted, right, this is all from the same app. And I want to make it clear though, I read through them and I see a lot of them where she's kind of an initiator on a lot of things. And I get she's young and she's an initiator. And I also get there's history, you guys have a relationship with each other. We're not going to, when I say we're coming to a fork in the road, what I'm trying to say to you is stay on the same path with me, okay? Because you're hurting, you are hurting with all these people coming forward. Your daughter coming forward is hurting me, yes? Okay. Don't separate, stay on the path with me because your children that are out there are hurting because they're seeing all this stuff, right? Don't let this be the next thing that they're going to see. And this is, we can go over this together, and if you have any questions, we can talk about it, right? So this starts here in March.
23.
Yes, 2023. And this is where she's identifying who she is, okay? And this number here is all your number. And it's all your number throughout all the pages, okay? And over here is the column that says whether the person deleted the message or not. But when we talk about the nerds, once you put something out there on the internet, it's there forever. And it's on a device, and it's in your email, and it's on your account, and it's on jarvisgoogle.com. And everything that you've searched is on there. All this stuff is dated to this. And I think that there has to be a way to break the pattern. And I'm trying to get you to stay with me to break this pattern. Okay? Because this pattern has been going since when you got locked up. And it may have started before that. But I think you got a lot of heavy on you. There's a lot of heavy right here that you're holding in. And it's here. Okay. Can you call Nana yourself? These are going to be different conversations, right? She's giving you Nana's number. It's very clear that this is her. She has sent all these messages, and then you finally replied.
And you said a lot of that.
I called already. And I see she's hitting you up again, and then you replied, yep, and it goes back and forth, right? So here I can kind of see she's like, I just need somebody to talk to. So I think she's kind of reaching out to you. Was she? Was she going through her time or something?
But I told her, I said that as well.
Alright. So here's some more sent messages. She's tired of people telling me that they love me, and then the next minute she's crying. She keeps falling for people traps, and they treat her like shit. You the only person I really trust. She asks you, do you think I'm ugly? Right? You replied no. She says, thank you. Then you asked her, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, she asked you, what are you doing? Then you reply, stop messing with people and just be mine. That's taken out of the wrong context. Alright, so I'm gonna mark that when this wasn't meant like that. It's a typo. Okay, so then I see here, there's like a bunch of missed calls and different things. I see there's a pattern here again. She's constantly, where are you? Where are you? Are you coming to get me or what? What's going on? Yes or no, it's getting late, right?
Because of the times that I was saying, I would be going on with it, I can't make it because they treated me so. And it's after she kept calling.
You said she wanted to get the times.
Right, so, here, she's sending me pictures. Do you remember what these pictures were? Those are in a separate folder, whatever pictures she sent you. Did she ever send you anything that maybe she was trying to see if she looked cute or not, that you shouldn't have had, that you hurry up and...
That I received it?
Yeah. I mean, you received it, we know that. There's pictures, so what I'm saying is this is just a text message. So here it tells you each time there's a message sent, right? Alright, so we're still in March. Okay. Then you sent something here, I'm coming to get you. And she says, what do you mean? And you said, you heard me. And she replied, you can't do that. And then she said that she's leaving me going to lunch. Love you. Right? She always says love you? All of you? Like love you? Like, okay, it was like an uncle love? Oh. That's why we're talking them through, because things can get confusing, right?
Someone else that reads it from the outside and twists it.
Alright, and we see when she sends another message, she's telling you about how she's high, right? So you're like, so? And then why? Are you mad? What are you doing? What does NTH mean? Nothing? Then back and forth, you come to get me. Then she says here, you can only text me by this number, don't text the Google Meet number no more.
I didn't know that. She texted me from several numbers.
Okay, but then she finally got this app and that was like a consistent number.
Whatever that number was, the number that she's consistently talking to me, that's the one. I don't know.
So after this Google Meet, then you're like,
That's not it. It's real quick.
So I don't know what
It's letter management.
yeah, because I think that might be around the time that she got in trouble. So she got her some phone. They talked about she got a phone taken away.
She got
Several of them taken away.
cell phones, tablets.
Yeah, so I see that there's a whole bunch of stuff in here about call her, please, call her. Is this all like trying to get you to call her grandma? Okay, and then just maybe she was feeling down, just a random I love you in there. Pull up, and then you mad at me. Why would she be wondering if you're mad at her?
Because I'm wondering about the attention to.
So I see all these sent again, right? We're still only, now we're in May. This is May. What you doing? Good morning. I miss you. I miss you too. Okay. Then you sent, I can't stop thinking about you either.
I sent that.
Yeah, see, it says received. So she said here, I can't stop thinking about you, sent, and then you replied, I can't stop thinking about you either.
that was not that day, so I remember that text message. My bad, went through it.
Her and her mom went through something?
And I was talking to her about that, so I knew that text message.
When was that?
That was in, May of last year.
I remember that
Do you
text.
remember that text?
Yeah.
So this is around the time that she got something with her mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so mom here, upside down, wow. So we'll see if we can figure out what happened between her and mom and, but she keeps asking, like, don't be mad at me. Like, can you tell me why you're mad at me? Do you remember why?
I don't know whether I would ignore it.
Maybe because for ignoring her, or because you were busy?
Bad thing, like I said, about the text message, I would answer too soon.
Well, you know, kids, if you don't text them back right away, they get stressed. All right, so sent, back and forth. Something about I told you not to go into my room. Why did you take my stuff? Did you take something out of the room?
I found, took her mother, her auntie to the laundry man. And I guess one of the bags was the number. And I said I found some bags. And I said I was in the room when I was in the house. So I put her thing, she's like, I touched it out. Some shit like that. I touched it out. Some shit.
Okay, so this was some laundry bag broke open and you found her
Yeah, I
and
found a couple of other things. I didn't know whose bags they were.
I mean, were they big, little?
No, they were, my brother's like this.
Okay, they could have been her, okay, all right. So here's a bunch of sent, where you at, I'm gonna call. Then we're gonna get to this one, which is, this is where we're gonna stay on the same path, okay? Can you read this one? Didn't I make you come faster than ever?
I don't know what the fuck that
I'm sorry for making you mad, but do you ever think how I feel knowing that I can't have you? Is this? Yes, you tried calling her. So then it goes back and forth. Then she sent you, this is in June now, okay? You going to hit it from the back again?
I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
And then you asked her, send me some more pictures, please.
So send me some pictures.
That's what you said.
Yeah, so what pictures that I was sending?
You said, send me some pictures, please. Well, that's probably the next page.
So let me stop there, and then like I said, going kind of back up just a bit. Remember what I said about, is there something maybe she's, you know, not saying you're a victim, but is there something that she's saying to her, playing with you, right? Did she ever say anything like, you know, I like you, you're sexual, anything like that, right? That's why I was asking, right?
This is hard to talk about.
It is.
Well, here's what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, these are some of the questions that the last detectives asked. And then I didn't have a sexual relationship.
That's a great.
We never had a sexual relationship.
Never.
Like I said, some of these things.
Flip 11.
That's what I'm saying, too, like, no further than.
So this is where you're like entertain the thought, just to talk with her or something.
Like I said, you know, just the way that
So I want to ask you this, and don't
Ms. Wilson, I didn't hear anything that last clip.
I can replay it.
that's what I'm saying, too, like, no further than.
So this is where you're like entertain the thought, just to talk with her or something.
Like I said, you know, just the way that.
So I want to ask you this, and don't
Thank you.
Wait, all that. Flip 12.
I mean, when you're at the scene,
Was it just
like,
jokes?
send me some pictures of her
Well, the pictures
after she's asking you if you're gonna hit her in the back again.
like I said, I didn't know what that meant, as far as that goes, but send me some pictures. Like some pictures, like I remember getting a few pictures of her done and all that shit, outfit or something like that.
Yeah,
And clip 13.
All right, then we're back to the, are you coming over? I missed you, good night, call me. Then you randomly send her, and June 26th. I want some pussy.
No, that wasn't, I didn't text that to her.
Well, no,
I didn't text that to her, I texted that
Hold on a
to
second.
I texted that to my baby's mother. So I didn't text that to her, so like I said, they knew.
Hold on a second.
yeah, I'm here.
You text this to Shannon?
Yes,
So this would be in Shannon's phone?
whatever that number is that they use, like I said, I've got.
So Shannon sends you text messages on it too?
I sent her some text messages like when her phone broke. Like I sent that to her,
So
so
you can have some whenever you come get me, call me when you want to call me, want to tell you something. You can get some today. Now here's where you can get some pussy. This is all within seconds of each other.
okay.
Now here's why this is not Shannon.
Why is that not saying?
Because the next sentence is, tell her you have an inspection tomorrow and they come in early. And this is discussions about, so you can call grandma.
Yeah, so I didn't, like I said, I've never had a sexual relationship. Anytime I act, I was taking a discipline, I was trying to Shannon.
So,
As far as this goes, I do remember this one. These,
So this was meant for Shannon.
those were.
was she using, she remember asking, like, did anybody else say, hey, this is me, this is her phone, right? That's what I was asking. Or anybody, yeah, so would Shannon send this
Like
down?
Shannon called me from this number before, I texted her from this number before, my phone was broke. So she did it a couple of times.
Okay.
Now, like I said, this one, whatever the case may be, I remember getting this one because I was doing like inspection, but I never came
What's the
again.
inspection?
Like if you told them that there's an inspection in the shop, so
Oh,
they're
yeah.
supposed to come over and
I
tell you.
never, no, said I shouldn't be there. Like, I would just get them and just bring them back, and like I said, they would be gone no longer than an hour.
Okay.
All right, and so are all these good morning, babe, I love you, missed you, are you naked? Is this all, we're assuming Desire, this is, she's sending them. Are you naked? I don't want to get naked. Are you mad that I didn't? All right, so now here's where some pictures come in. This is the fit for today, which was her outfit. And she sent another picture. This is sent, and then you sent her, but I can't nut inside you, so it's different.
Like I said,
And she says, why you can't, didn't you do it before? And you said, but I had to buy a pill to do it.
never first. Like I said, I never had.
What kind of pills you talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? As far as any of this goes, man, me and Shannon have 6 or 5 kids, so we have 6 of them. I understand she had an abortion. So, like I said, if I was texting anything like that, it was strictly because of that. At the bottom line, I've never had a sexual relationship with
So I'm hearing that you're saying that's probably with Shannon?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, see, I'm trying to differentiate, how do you know when she would take over that phone now? Okay, do you remember typing that?
Which one?
I can't
You remember the conversation? I just don't know how, like, if I'm reading this, we can't tell, like, who you're talking to. Right?
15.
So in here, she's talking about, all this is sent, look at how many she sent you. All back, boom, 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 all within the same amount, right? And she's apologizing for something. I didn't go see anybody, I swear, I came straight back. My friend lives right down the street, she didn't answer, so I came back and went to sleep. I'm sorry, please. I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear.
Yeah, I remember those, cussed her out. She telling me, well, she would tell me shit. I heard that she was out about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I checked her about it. That's what she was, I went down the street to see my friend, and I went down there, somewhere down this. So,
But why is she calling you vague? You never corrected her on that?
I always correct you on everything. I always correct you.
I was only out for 5 to 10 minutes, you didn't respond to none of my messages, so that's all in here. Stop ignoring me. Then she says, if you don't believe me, I'll send you my Instagram password. So she sent you her Instagram and she gave you the password, her Gmail password. I hope you believe me now. You really don't want to believe me, but I will tell you the truth. I just want to make your day better. So, like looking at this, and whether you felt the same way, she thinks she's in a relationship with you. Because how she's reaching out to you, she's confiding to you, she's calling you babe, she's saying I love you, she's apologizing, I didn't do this, don't be upset, stop ignoring me. Those are all things that I guarantee every one of the other women that get pissed off at you or whatever, you guys probably go back and forth and say, this is not a niece-uncle conversation. You may not have been looking at it a certain way, but she's looking at you a different way. Does that make sense?
Click 15.
So there's like 2,000 messages. I'm not going to try to sit here and read them all, right? So this is where, back up a little bit. This is still in June, a lot of stuff going on in June. Are you still picking up Janaya? And then you asked when, she says today, you said no, she said why, and then you said, it's just me and you, because I was never picking her up. She says, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. Okay, but why would, I get it, let's say you didn't, but then why say that to her?
It was just me and you, because I wasn't going out there. I had other things to do that day, and I was like, I do basically, I do it was just me and you, but.
So that's out of context too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is still the same day, okay? She said, let's get back in here. Because I was never picking her up, I really like that. You really didn't want her there, no way. That's what you said. I know I didn't want her there. This is not, I'm not picking her up, this is...
Why? And you should have said, why?
Because she do too much and you're mine. Mine.
I said,
Meaning, and Shannon said that she said no for today. I know she said no for today. And she says the meaning is you're mine and mine only. The dick and all of your mine. So
that's what I,
this is about where you stand.
that's what I want. So
This is about the time that you said,
all this is all those aspects, especially on the time.
that was like blew your mind away that she was talking about your dick. And then she says, I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours.
Like I said, I entertain that shit. I said, I didn't see how we were going with that. So, I get that.
She's taking a little stronger than what it's filling out there.
You still,
Clip 16.
It was never sexual, it was never physical, it was never a sexual friendship.
well, this is sexual.
I'm saying as far as physical, like the
Right.
context was.
Okay, so just so you understand, this is sexual.
Right, the context was. The context was all sexual, sexual.
You're saying
Talk about
this
it,
is
just
just
never
never had sex.
when you did it.
Right,
Okay,
so it never happened.
okay, so this is like sexting. Okay. I want to know the meaning when you say yours, all of them, this continues into, you're agreeing here that this was sexting and you were entertaining it, but you never followed up on
I
it.
said, this probably got to get out somebody that none of that was never found.
Right, that's what I'm saying, this is,
Just role playing.
you were just sitting there talking and you got to follow up and it continues. I'm just,
Clip 17.
okay, these pictures that she sent, what were the pictures of?
A few pictures, I think, so around the clothes, just from Pakistan.
I know you didn't do anything. So what? Describe the pictures to me. If I didn't know what the picture looked like, describe what it would be.
There's a few. I think it was a mirror, things.
What was she wearing when she was in the mirror? Did she ever send you new photos of herself? You did, you know? Okay. Were they viewed like top to bottom or? Okay. But you could tell who it was? Okay.
That was a little bit hard to hear. What photos? How do you describe the photos?
He described one of the photos that she had taken a picture in the bedroom wearing like some lingerie, nighty clothes. That some of the pictures, she was nude, that she was nude from top to bottom. That some of them were a little blurry, but he could still tell that it was her.
Clip 18.
Then here you asked her, this is now we're in July.
I'm just gonna pause at 6 seconds to.
Judge, may we approach?
Yes, please. Let's take a 5-minute break and just move on. Rest break. Good night. We're back on the record, 2459617, People of State of Michigan versus Jarvis Butts. Took a brief moment to have sidebar with all council to discuss timing. We've all agreed that we cannot finish today by 4:30 or 5 o'clock. This would be a good time to break until tomorrow at 10 a.m. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes, that's good.
And we'll come back at 10 o'clock and hopefully finish tomorrow. Final arguments and being done with tomorrow by.
Okay. Thanks.
Anything else for the record?
No, Judge, thank you.
Okay, you're done for today.
Okay.